There's nothing like the sun setting on a beautiful homemade quilt. Hello everybody. I'm thinking about doing the Dresden butterfly, and I think it's going to be pretty. So I have this right here for the background. Then I have that right there for the rest of it. So, y'all ready to get started? I am. Okay, I think we're going to go with this right here, Dresden plate. So we're going to put the rest of them up. Now, we are going to need one of these hearts and one of these. And we're going to have this one or this one. And I think I'm going to go with this one right here. So, we are going to start getting all these right here cut out. Now, I got the heart, both of the hearts cut out. So, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with these. So, I have this one right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to make us a thicker template for it. So, I'm just going to take and draw this around. It's a whole lot easier to work with a stiffer template than it is a paper one. So, we are going to just make us one. So it'll be easier on us. So, and I'm going to cut it out with a pair of scissors. Oh, let's get it down a little bit smaller. There we go. We'll make it work. Oh no. Okay. Now let's cut it out. A stiffer one is easier to work with than one that is paper. So we want to work with the easier one. Alright, I am going to get busy, and I am going to finish all these up to where we don't have to worry about them no more. And we can get them all done. What I'm doing here, though, is I'm putting pins in it so it'll be easier to draw. Okay, I have decided to change to the bigger ruler that I have. So, what we're going to do is we're going to start cutting these down and getting us some blocks here. I want 20 blocks is what I want. So, we are going to start cutting us out 20 of them. To open this up. Oh, changed my thing. There we go. And we're going to start working on that. So, whenever I get this done, then we'll be back and I'll show you what they're going to look like and all. So, I'll see you then. Let's cut out our Dresdens here. So what I'm doing is I'm just laying it down like this. I'm cutting it off like this so it's down smaller. I'm putting it in the middle of my rotary mat. And then I'm just cutting them out like this. I think my little one, your little rotary mat does, rotary cutter does a whole lot better than the bigger ones when it comes to circles. So if you have a small one, grab it. It's better. Okay. And then we'll go on down. And now the corner, this right here curves off, and it's a little bit harder to do. So if you kind of go out, when you go into it, go out with it too, as you go. And then that way, you got your Dresdens done. So now we have these done. Now, alright, it's time to pull out your floss. We're going to be using that. Okay, I have got 20 of these. I am going to make 10 blocks themselves. I'm going to use one for the background and one for the front. I have cut out all my hearts and everything that I need. Now, the thing with this is they have 4 on the little butterfly right there. I do not like that. So we are going to do with 5. 5 looks a whole lot more better. And I am not going to put the tail on there. I do not like that tail. So I am not going to put it on there. But we are going to use the floss for our antennas. So here it is on this side. And then here it is on the other side. So they're looking pretty good. So now what we got to do is I got to finish cutting these right here out. And then we're going to get started sewing on these. Okay, we are going to start doing these. And we are just going to, what I like to call Emily line sewing, because of my little baby I love. And all we're going to do is just sew them down like this. Keeping our 1/4 seam allowance. And then we're just going to keep on going down. And take a gander at it. You see how they look? So that's what we're looking for. So I'll be back when I get these done. Okay, I've been looking at these right here on the butterflies, and I'm not really that happy with it. And I've got them all cut out. But I kind of think that this one right here looks a whole lot more better. I like it better. It's bigger and all. So I think I'm going to go with this. So now what I'm going to do is I just freehanded cut that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this one out here. I'm going to pin it down on this right here. I'll put me some pins in there because I want to make sure I got pins. And then I'm going to draw this one right here around. And I think I'm going to make the top of it just a little bit more rounder. Can you see what I did? Oh, I might turn it around this way. And then I'm going to go this way with it. And then I'm going to put a little round tail on it. Like that. Now I'm going to cut it out And I'm going to replace all these with this. Alrighty, I have got done with all of these. And I have ironed them. Now, we want to make sure, we'll just get one of them, that we iron them this way, like this, so that we have the, well, that right there is supposed to go over there. Oh, no. Okay, we got one wrong here. Okay, but we want to iron them that way. I'm going to take that one back. See how I've got this right here going that way and that way? So I'll take that one back and I'll iron it. But that's the way that it goes. So, now then, what we want to do now is we want to start building them up. So we're going to start laying them out. And we're just going to do like this. And we're going to put one of these down here. Because we want to make sure we have enough room to put our antennas and all. And we make sure we cover all this up here. I think that looks good. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to put this down like this. And then that way, I can take it to the sewing machine and I can do some kind of stitch on it. I ain't made up my mind yet. But I'm going to use this color. I think that's a pretty color. Okay, so we got one going this way. Okay, now that we have got them put on, now what we want to do is we want to get one of our background, or our backings. We want to get us a piece of fiber fill, and it's cut out to the same size. Then we want to put it on here. Then we want to get one of our blocks, and we want to put it on here. Then we want to pin it down, and I'm out of pins, so I have to get some more pins. Here we go. I have some emergency pins. We're going to pin it down, and then we're going to take it to the sewing machine. So I'll meet you at the sewing machine, and we're going to put this bad baby down. Alrighty, I have it on my sewing machine on 19, and I will show you what it looks like. But we're going to start right down here in the corner right here, but on the other side, of course. And I'm going to slow my stitch down. Oh, I've got to put my press foot down first. And there it is. We are done with these. So we have all of them done. They look pretty good. So now we're going to put our red heart on. So we have the middle one right here. We want to put it about 1/2 inch in the middle of this middle one, the middle of the heart, and we want the tip of it to go down. Then we want to pin it down. And like that. Now, we are going to put this color, a pinkish purple, around the heart. And I'm not for sure what one I'm going to use yet. But we are ready to move right along. It's looking good. Okay. This is a lot of applique, but the show must go on. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this one is I have it on 51. And I'll show you what it looks like when I get done. But, here we go. And this is what it looks like. Alright, we are done with putting these on. Now we're going to put these on. Now this right here is where we need to separate them. So what we want to do is take our little heart, fold it in half, like this, and we want to kind of eyeball it and put it down like this, like that. Let's not look at the blue right there. Okay, and then we're going to put the other one on the opposite side. And there we go, like this. Now, when we go to sew these on, we want to try to sew it right and around in here, because we want this right here to be able to fray and fuzzy up. And, you know, with a couple washings, that's all it's going to, and it'll fray up and fuzzy up and look real pretty. So now we have this right here going on for us. So let me figure out which stitch I want to use, and then I'll meet you at the sewing machine. Alrighty. The bad news about this is you have to pick your pressure foot up more times because it wants to gather up. So I have it mine on 25, and I changed it to a different pink thread. Now, I'm putting different stuff on here. I'm not gonna did it the wrong way. Gotta do it that way. Gotta keep picking it up and turning. Especially when you get right in here at the top of the curve of the heart. Now then, I'm working it out. You just have to keep on doing it. Now when I get right here at the, down the side right here, at the one, I turn it all the way down, around, and I kind of let it go off the side here, so that we have more room in the heart to show. Alrighty, this is what it looks like. Alrighty, we have these right here done now. Now it's time to put on our wormy. Now, the way that the wormy is made, this right here is the round part, which would be the head, and then we come down to the tail here. Okay? So we want the head on this one to go towards this. So we're going to put it right here at the very tip. You got this right here, part right here. We want to put it at the very tip and cover it. So, can you see the way I've got it here? Okay. So, now then, we have that one there. And now we're just going to pin it down. And I have a gray color for this. And I have white on the other one. So that turns out pretty good. I'm very happy with it. And I have one. Oh no, I've lost it. Lost a pin too. What did I do with that? See if I can't find it. Oh, here it is. It's the very last one. It should have been the top one. Okay, here's one I frayed around on this, so that you could see what it's going to look like. I think once all of them are frayed around, that's going to look really good. So, Now we are going to get busy, and we are going to work on these right here. I think it looks really good. I'm happy with the way it's looking. Okay, so we're going to get busy on that. Okay, for this one I have my machine on 18, and it is 1.6. It's supposed to be a small stitch. So, let's get started here. Let's get this pin out of here. We don't need it no more. Now, it's better to go slow on this, especially around the round right here. Go slow at it. Just as slow as you can, and you're still going to have to pick up and turn it around a little bit, but it's not that bad as all the rest of them. Just more or less around the corners is where you have to do the pick up and turn around. Uh-oh, I accidentally hit it. But it isn't that hard to do this one. And it's turning out pretty good, I think. What it looks like. Here's a tidbit that may end up helping you. I don't know if it will or not. You see which pressure foot I have on. You see this right here? You have the material, and it's barely on top of this one right here. And this one is fully underneath it. Let me take this tape off. Let's see. Well, that don't help you none. Okay, let's try to put it back on there. Okay. So, and the way I'm sewing it, as long as I keep this right here, part of the material, right here with this one, and it is going up, it works pretty good. So, there's your tidbit. Okay, let's put these right here on. So, what we're going to do first is, you're going to get your little heart. You're going to mark 2 spots. And what we want to do is, right here is the head. So, let's see if I can turn this around. And I'm going to try to do this the hard way. Okay? Now, what you need to do is measure out where you want these at. The first one is going to be on the other side. And the next one is going to be on this side. You have 2 sides to your face. So, the first one we're going to put right here. And we're going to take a pencil and do it. We're going to go from one mark to the other and down. So, there we have our first mark. Okay? Now we're going to take a button. We're going to line it up right here with the end of the pencil mark. Like right here's the end of my pencil mark. We're going to line the button up right there. Okay, and then we're going to go on around with that and draw it on to where you got that. Now the next one, we have another mark down here, which is going to be into, if you take this one right here and this one, and put it where your sewing is right here. I don't know if you can tell it. Let me see if I can. See how it goes in between. Right here is your sewing mark, and it goes in between it. You want to start with this one. And then you want to go up with it, up to your next, where your mark is right here. Then you want to put your button back down there, and you want to continue on around with it. Okay, now we have both of them on. Now let me get my thread ready, and we will get to doing that. Okay, here is my all my thread. So all I've been doing is just reaching down here and picking one. And they have a needle on the back of it, so it's already threaded. So I have to thread it every once in a while, so if I have to do it with this one, then I'll just stop the camera and do it. Okay, so my next thing is to put this right here, so it's just easier and it keeps things together. That's about all this does. It makes it easier for you to work with it. Okay, so now then, we're going to get rid of that. Put that back over there, and then, okay, let's make sure I don't have a knot on one end. Okay, I don't. So now we're going to make us a knot on one end. I have not used this floss in probably over 10 years. No, it's been longer than that. Probably about in the 90s. Okay, so what we really want to start off with first is we want to do the back one first. So we're going to line it up with the back one, bring it forward, go down, and now this right here is to keep it in there and all. It will go through if you do not tie it down, because I've already tried that. So this is the way I do it, to split it and put it through there. Alright, so here we go, and we're going to go halfway through this one we've already put on there. Alright, so here we go. Okay, you want to do the back one first, because when you do the front one, it's going to go over top of this one, and it's going to give it the illusion that it is in the back. So now when you get it up to here, you put it into that one, and then you come up here to your next mark, where your mark is right here. See where my needle's coming out? And now we're going to work the other way. Alright, we're down here to the stitches. We're going to go ahead and go into it and pull it up. If you do not like the way that it looks and you want to go on further on down, it is not going to hurt a thing. And I think I like it a little bit further down. So that's what I'm going to do. Go a little further down. So therefore, I'm into it. Now, we're just going to cut it off right there. And we're going to tie it off. I think these are really turning out really pretty. I'm happy with them. I just wonder who I'm going to end up giving it to. So, let me put this. And this is another thing I like to do. Hide my stitch. So, there we go with that. And it looks really pretty. There you go. I am going to continue on working on all of these until I get them all done. And then when I come back, we'll be putting it together. So I'll see you next video. When you're doing these, watch out that this right here doesn't happen. Because you're going to have to take all this back apart. So, I have 3 of them that needs to be done. So, if I don't get it on there pretty soon, y'all know why.